Louis Beans booked his first paid magic show before performing even one full routine. That morning, he watched 3 tutorials, bought a cheap starter kit, and told Frank, "Magic is honestly more confidence than skill." Frank stared at him and said, "That sentence should scare everybody." Still, Louis marched out feeling brilliant. 20 minutes later, he strode into a kid's birthday party wearing a cape and sunglasses indoors. Balloons, folding chairs, and cake plates filled the living room. Louis raised both arms and declared, "Prepare to witness things your brain cannot explain." A child looked him over and said, "My dad said you only cost $40. Frank covered his face before the show even began. Louis planted himself in the center of the room. "I am Louis, the Mysterious." He flung a deck of cards upward, expecting drama. Instead, the ceiling fan smacked them across the room into punch, under the couch, and onto the cake box. Louis nodded. Magic is chaos. The kids laughed harder. He gathered the cards and invited one boy forward. "Pick a card, but do not let me see it." He tilted it toward both of them. "You just looked at it," the boy said. Louis forced a reveal, denied the obvious, and the hidden card slipped from his sleeve onto the floor. Trying to recover, Louis announced advanced illusions and lifted his black hat. "I will produce a rabbit from the void." He searched deeper and deeper, then pulled out a crushed granola bar. "Wrong compartment," he said. One child asked, "Is the rabbit dead?" The birthday mom folded her arms. Feeling the show collapse, Louis pointed at Frank. "For my final masterpiece, I will make my assistant disappear," Frank said. "I am not your assistant." Louis dragged Frank to the center, wrapped him in half a tablecloth, and flashed a smoke bomb from the kit. Kids pressed closer. Parents leaned from the kitchen doorway. "Observe." He lit it and tossed it onto a tray. Thick gray smoke burst upward. Cheers lasted half a second before the smoke alarm screamed. A baby cried. One child sobbed. Parents rushed in, opening windows and waving towels. Phones came out. Frank stumbled from the haze, coughing, furious, and shouted, "You filled a house with smoke for $12. Minutes later, everyone stood outside while smoke drifted through the open door and firefighters arrived. Louis still tried explaining the artistic intent, adjusting his cape as if he had nearly succeeded. The birthday mom ordered him off the property. Carrying his bent cards and hat, Louis muttered, "The crowd actually loved me." Frank, coughing on the curb, said nothing.